Hello, Scorpius Alpha here with another installment of Imperfect Perfection, Chapter 20, The Lost Chapter. Samson. My life is going great. Life with Christy this year has been the best I've had since before I left for the military. It's like I'm continuing where I left off, and even though we only dated two non consecutive years, I'm going to ask her to marry me, especially since she's carrying my child. I'm going to try to make a name for myself out in the public eye like Dad, but I don't know what yet. I feel like our name has to be redeemed, though. Luxor has been doing pretty well at that, but he doesn't share Dad's name. I do, so since the last Samson Alpha tarnished the name, it's up to this Samson Alpha to redeem it. Next Samson Alpha will hopefully have a nice head start when he finally becomes whatever he wants to be. Yes, I'm sure it's a boy. Runs in the family. My dad is the oldest, I'm the oldest, my grandfather was the oldest. They say the male that determines the gender. I'm pretty sure there's little Samson in there. So I'm thinking that after I become whatever, maybe I can be one of those guys who talks to another guy during the football game. I don't know enough about it. I know enough about it. That, or I could probably be a coach. Maybe I could do that. I'm too old and broken to play, but I could definitely. You know what? Maybe I'll start coaching as a high school coach and try to move up. It could happen. When I was a junior, my history teacher left to coach college football team, the state college football team. I think that's pretty awesome. He gets to be on TV, and that's where I need to be. I can't act or sing or write, but I could talk. Anyway, I want to start a foundation for veterans who get fucked over when they come home. Set up shelters that serve food, provide a way to get a job and get a place of their own. And finally, if I make enough, I'll pay medical bills if they have no insurance. I know what it's like to get fucked over as a vet, and I want to help people like me when the government refuses to do so. I'm hoping to one day make up for the piece of shit I used to be, and Christy is, seemingly reluctant, agreeing with me. There's something in her tone, but I already told her I have to build my way up first. People have to know who I am first, and once I earn enough, then I'll build my foundation of helping fucked over vets. I just hope it's not too long before I get to do that, and I hope I don't get too gritty that I forget. Well, I'm proposing to Christy tonight. I'm dressing up for dinner. Damn, I really hate doing this, but for her it's so worth it. Red shirt with black tie or black shirt with red tie. Williamson, I shout. I hear him come up the stairs and enter my room. Yes, Master Samson, he asks. Red and black or black and red? Whatever you prefer, sir. I'm asking your opinion. My opinion does not matter, sir. You will choose whatever you will make you happier. I value your opinion, Williamson. Sir. Now help me out here. Black and red or red and black? Well, sir, she is planning on wearing a dark pink dress, so I would have to go with the red shirt because it is a romantic occasion. Thank you, Williamson. You have yourself a snack. You know she likes to look her best. Thank you, sir. I shall meet you in the car at 7. Sounds good, Williamson. I check my watch. 6:42. She's probably starting her makeup routine. She still gets recognized quite a bit. I guess there's a bunch of people who follow fashion. Who knew? She's usually nice to her fans. It's kind of the total opposite of how she used to be. She's such a people person and she acts like they're all friends. If she was in high school, she would have made her fans her slaves. She was queen bitch as much as I was king asshole. She bullied girls she didn't like, and I bullied guys I didn't like. Sometimes I just bullied because it was fun. Kid didn't even have to do anything. I always got away with it because I was captain of the football team in 8th and again starting in 11th. I was Samson fucking Alpha and nobody messed with me. She was head cheerleader, in charge of all the pep rallies. She was great at pumping people up. We were homecoming and prom kings and queens, and while she ruled the fashion world, I ended up in the garbage. She plucked me out, and not just because I put one in her, but because I know she actually loves me, and I actually love her, so I'm going to put a ring on it. I asked Mom for the money, and she excitedly agreed. She said out of all my girlfriends that she liked Christy the best. I even told her of the pregnancy, although I was tempted. Christy wanted us to do it together. I'm hoping there will be enough time after dinner to do just that. Christy isn't the only one that gets recognized. Some people think I'm my dad, and they try to convince me that no, I'm him, and I'm like, I'm his son. And then I show them my birthday or my license, or if Christy is there, she confirms, and then the conversation goes right to my dad. Geez, even though he's not famous anymore, it's still about him. Fucking shit, man. It's embarrassing to be the son of a has-been. 6:55. I make my way downstairs to the front door to wait for Christy. I like watching her walk down the stairs. It's almost hypnotizing. You always beat me down the stairs. Why? Christy asks, smiling as she approaches me. I love watching you walk down the stairs, I tell her. Really? Yeah, you look so fancy. Okay, weirdo. Oh, I love you. I give her a kiss. I love you. I love you too. So what's this big announcement you have that you actually got all dressed up for? I'll tell you at the restaurant. Meanie. It's worth it, I tell her as we get into the limo. We start our journey. Well, it better be. So can I be honest with you? Sure, what's up? About the vague party? Yeah? I thought it was boring. You couldn't find one interesting person to talk to? No, and everyone who did talk to me just talked about themselves. Sorry. It's not your fault, but I'm not sure I could do one of those again. How about I ask you ahead of time if you want to go? I do like other kinds of parties, you know. Sounds like a plan, babes. Although once you redeem your name, you're gonna have to go to boring things too. I'm sure your dad had his moments. Nah, Dad reveled in the glory so hard he's really trying to take that cover band to the top. But because it's a cover band, no label wants to sign it. Well, I'll give you one hint as to why we're here, I say as we pull into the parking lot. I get out and let her out, and we go inside. We get down, and I order soda out of respect for her pregnancy. Okay, so I guess I don't have to give you a hint. Here it is. Here's the big announcement. She leans in closer. I got a job commenting on the local sports games as they're happening live on a local news channel. Babe, really? Local? She seems unenthused. I thought you'd be more excited than that. Well, I guess it's a start, so congratulations, I guess. And because I'm a veteran, I get to host the parades and talk about how what we do is to keep this country safe. Wow, so there's opportunity for advancement. We're an affiliate. That means that if the company that owns us likes me, they might want to recruit me, and then I could do the National League. I just got to start at the bottom. Not like my dad's name is worth anything anymore, and this is my chance to redeem it. If you say so, congratulations. I really do hope you make it up there. Do you really mean that? We place our order. Well, do you? Absolutely. You went through a lot of shit and got your way back up again. It's all thanks to you, though. If it wasn't, I'd still be out in that storage locker. Well, then, it's a good thing my only goal for coming back was looking for you. What? Yeah, I make a killing, but I was missing someone to share it with. I came back and went to your dad's and found it empty. I found out from your brother. You talked to my brother? How do you know how to find him? Oh, he was in the paper about busting some huge case, so I went to the station and asked him. He searched your financials and found out that you work at a burger place and make payments to a storage unit. I have to admit, I was super disappointed to find you like that, but I guess it was kind of a test. And I looked into your eyes and I saw that same good man I left here so many years ago that I knew I could look past it. That's who I came to see, and that's who I'm with. Yeah, you know what would be great? If we got married. Yeah, it'd be pretty funny. Would it? Well, no, it wouldn't be funny. It'd be more like expected. So your answer is yes. I snap my fingers to the waiter and he leaves. Yes, yes to what? The waiter hands me the box and I opened it, showing her the ring. Will you marry me? What? Cat got your tongue? She was just sitting there, eyes wide, mouth hanging open. She reaches out and grabs the box. Yes! Yes, Sammy, I will! She rushes over and hugs me and gives me a long, deep kiss. I could feel her tears on my face. I've wanted this. I've wanted this for a long, long time. Me too, babes. I couldn't help it. Her crying me made me want to cry. I held it back as much as I could, but a couple still rolled down my face. I'm glad she said yes. We hugged for what seemed like forever, and then we sat back down and finished dinner. I'm so glad you said yes. I do have one condition. Oh? What's that? Uh-oh. Follow your dream, whatever it may be, and I'll stand with you all the way. Just don't go crazy or broke. Wait, you'd dump me if I went broke? That came out wrong. It just means like if you let yourself go and didn't care about me or little Sammy or any other children we might have, and you just gave up on life, that's a man I don't want to be married to. Oh, okay, gotcha. No way. I feel a breath of fresh air. I'm Samson fucking Alpha and you are my queen. Together we will make a difference. We finish our dinner and head back home. We had some of the best sex we ever had and we have sex a lot already. That was great. Oh man, I'm tired. I fell asleep and I woke up and I'm in the desert. Where's my piece? It's in the tent for whatever reason. I put it on and sit back on my cot. This war fucking sucks. Been a long time since I was here. Why am I here again? Where is everybody? I walk around. It's night, so everyone should be asleep. Only one other bed is occupied. She gets up. I can't make out her face. She enters the tent, then comes back out, and the sun gets brighter. Are you okay? I notice she has a bomb strapped to her abdomen. I raise my gun. I'm not getting blown up. I've made it this far. Put that down and go back to bed. She gets closer to me and I see her press the detonator and I fired. The gunshot woke me up. Here I am, warm weapon in hand, and check the clock, 11:03. I look around and I see bleeding from a hole in the head is Christy. My life is over. My future is gone. My son is gone. My wife is gone. My freedom is gone. I put the gun to my temple and looks at her. Excelsior! Oswald and I are currently processing the boat killer. Turns out he was going to international waters. I say that in quotes because he was still within the border of the United States and did not believe it when we told him otherwise. He said he always wanted to kill someone, but be able to get away with it. We told him because he was still within the border, he will get charged with murder. He then proceeded to tell us they were just prostitutes. I reminded him that prostitutes are still people, and he said he didn't think killing prostitutes was illegal. Moron, he equates killing a prostitute to accidentally running over an animal. Just sickening. The captain calls me over. Good job closing that case, guys. You two will have this station up and running in no time. As promised, I've recommended for you to be Captain Alpha. Middleton, you will be Lieutenant. Clean this place up if you can, alright? You two are the best detectives I've ever had the pleasure of working with. I'm retiring soon. By the end of the year, you'll be sitting in my seat, Alpha. Thank you, sir. But does that mean I can no longer take cases? Instead, I want you to monitor every case. You've set a standard in this division, and I want you to ensure that everyone ends up as good as you. That is impossible, as they do not possess my intellect. That's why you monitor all cases. You will help every detective get a conviction. Be their mentor, their guide. I understand. Seems intriguing. Thought you'd think so. But considering you are, as of now, still a detective, I have a quick, for you at least, case. We just got a call of a shooting at Bristol's Bistro. Homicide-suicide. Go check it out. This should be simple for you guys, the captain tells us. Yes, sir, I tell him. Oswald and I head to the car. Neat. I believe we really do get. I believe we do really great things for this city, Oswald says. Let us hope so, Oswald. We enter the bistro and find a dead woman and man. What has happened here? Where are the witnesses? A few people raise their hands. Well, go ahead, tell us. A waitress walks forward. I hand her the paper for her to fill out her statement. So I think these people were like a couple. They were having a conversation and it started to rain. The guy said he loved the rain and she went all crazy. Her eyes got wide, her voice changed, and then she shot him. And then herself, she tells me. Does anyone have anything else to add? Nobody else stepped forward, so I'm guessing they have the same version. I passed her statement around for them to sign off on. That what she said was true. Poor fellow. The medics bring them both into the ambulance and attempt to revive them seemed useless until they got a heartbeat on the male. I informed them to contact me as soon as he wakes up, if he wakes up. I guess I will have to file this case as closed. Well, it is getting close to the end of shift. I cannot wait to. I hear gunshots in the distance. I call it in and we get there. A male and female, but the female is still alive, but unconscious. I call it in and an ambulance arrives and loads them on. She is my only source of information, so I will have to visit her once she is cleared for lucidity. She seems to have woken up in the ambulance. What? What's going on? She mumbles. You were shot. Could you please tell me your name? The medic asks. I make my way over to them. Luxor Alpha, homicide. I would like to know that information also. Get these bullets out of me for. She falls back into unconsciousness. May we ride with you? I ask. Sure, the medic tells us. We get in and they tried to revive the male, but they could not. We waited in the hospital for about 2 hours before we were able to see her, but we did not have long. We go to her room. Sandra Zircon, I presume? I ask. Yeah, how'd you. Oh, it's you again. I am sorry we keep meeting like this. Can you tell me what you remember? We were on a date in the park, and this guy comes up to us and robs us, and then he shoots us. Is is Charlie dead? Unfortunately, she begins to cry. What did the gunman look like? I don't know. He was completely covered head to toe in all black. All I could see with his eyes, his cold, unfeeling eyes. How tall was he? He was shorter than me, so somewhere in the 5 foot range. What color were his unfeeling eyes? Hazel, that's why they look so cold. Okay, that's enough, the nurse says. We may return tomorrow. Is that acceptable? Sure, Sandra says. We leave the room. Quite a mystery, eh? I ask Oswald. Yeah, this one's a bit of a challenge, he says. My favorite kind. Mine too. It's probably some random thug. The park is full of homeless. We'll probably find our answer there. I am inclined to agree. We head back to the station, and I gather my things to leave and head home. I fell asleep promptly at 9, as I always do, but was rudely interrupted around midnight to my phone ringing. Hello. Hi, this is the night sergeant. There was some gunshots in the rich part of town. What does this have to do with me? The victims are your brother and his girlfriend. I cannot believe it. I got properly dressed and headed to the station. I hated to wake up Oswald, but this was an emergency. I get to the station and head into the captain's office. Tell me what happened. We just got a call about gunshots and found them lying in the bedroom with bullet holes in their heads. Is he alive? I ask nervously. Doctors say he's in a coma. It's touch and go at this point. I cannot believe what I am hearing. If you want to take some time off, we'll understand. No, I have a job to do. I will be here on time. Speaking of which, I must go back to bed if I am going to get even a little bit of adequate rest. No, seriously, take some time off. Visit him before you might not be able to. It is fine. I will interrogate him and charge him with murder when he wakes up. That's what I'm saying. He might not. If you will excuse me, I will take my leave now. I have work in 5 hours. I leave the station and head back home. I had a fitful sleep, but I still made it to work on time. Alpha, I thought you were taking the day off, my boss inquires. Nope, I have work to do, I respond. Take some time off. I'm serious. I don't want you to get sloppy because you're too into your own head. You've earned a vacation more ways than one. Visit your brother. This situation would be hard on any of us. Well, I do have to go to the hospital anyway. I have to finish interviewing the woman who got shot last night. Don't make me order it. Take some time off. Fine, but this department will fall apart without me, I yell. Instead, I go home. Perhaps I will take tomorrow off. I need to call my parents and siblings and let them know what has happened to Samson. Is this because I still have not forgiven him for burning down my home? I go home and call my family, and one by one they show up to my house. As far as I know, he is still alive. Studies show that people in comas can hear the world around them. So if you would like to talk to him, he may be able to hear you, I tell my sobbing family. Why would he do such a selfish thing? My father asks. Was there a no? My mother asks. No, but officers are looking for a possible camera. Technically, they are a celebrity couple, so it's quite possible they have security cameras. We may find out what actually happened. I sure hope so. If I were to guess, I would say he was having a flashback that he thought was real, killed her, woke up, realized what he had done, and then attempted to kill himself. Why are you so cold? Raven, my sister asks me. Look, I am worried about him too. I still have not forgiven him for burning down my home. We should head to the hospital while he's still alive, my father says. I ended up riding with Wolfgang, my younger brother. How is the world of barbarian sports? Fun. I won the title last month, and until someone is good enough to challenge me for it, they're going to get their ass kicked, Wolfgang says excitedly. That is good to hear. So, how do you feel about our brother's current situation? Man, if you're right about this, then that majorly sucks because he had no idea what he was doing. When he wakes up, I intend on charging him with involuntary manslaughter. What? How could you? He took a life, whether he meant to or not. It's still against the law. Then he needs to be in a hospital or on psych meds, not rotting in a jail cell. Perhaps you're right. That is, however, if we have sufficient evidence. We stop at the hospital, we exit our vehicles, and head towards the hospital. When we get there, we find that he is sharing a room with my first shooting of the day. How odd. While the family is weeping over Samson, I sneak my way over to the young woman's room for my current case. Sandra Zircon. Yeah, Sandra answers. Tell me specifically what happened last night. Well, me and Charlie were on a date and ended up taking a walk through the park because I thought it would be romantic. We must have been on the wrong end of the park because it was littered with bums. And this guy with his face and everything else covered held us up at gunpoint, robbed us, and then shot us. I don't understand. We didn't put up a fight. Why did he shoot us? She starts crying. I do not know, but I will try to find out for you. All we have are his eyes. What about his voice? Oh, it was kind of crusty. Crusty? Gravelly. Like this, she says in a harsh voice. Good, that gives me a good start. I have a place to start and someone to look and listen for. Is there anything else you can tell me about him? No, that's all I remember. Okay, thank you. Feel better. Thanks. I leave her room and head towards my brother's. Everyone is huddled in the hallway. There he is, my mother says. We all talked to Samson. Are you going to? He will just survive. You know how superior our family is, I tell her. You know for a fact nobody is invincible. This may be your last chance to get whatever you need to get off your chest. No, he is selfish. I have nothing to say to him. Okay, I just don't want to hear about regret later. I am fine. He was a negative influence in my life. I do not care one way or another. My family gasped. This is your older brother. He sure does not act like one. He picked on me as a child and burned my home down. Don't you think you should forgive him? It's been years since either of those things happened. Even if he does survive, he's going to be brain damaged. He'll be specially abled. He won't be able to do most things for himself. My mother does make sense. He served our country and was handed a bad hand afterwards. This may be my only chance. I open and close the door. Hello, Samson. I never thought I'd find you here. I'm sorry if my theory is correct and you were reacting to a flashback. That is a tragic way for a would-be family to go. I do not know how far you two were, but I could sense a future between you two. I hope that for me and Emily one day. Maybe I'll talk to her today. She's an expert in emotion, and I don't really know how to feel right now. This might be our last conversation, and if so, then you're forgiven for burning my place down. I know you didn't mean to. I'm sorry for our relationship ended the way it did. I guess I was a bit overdramatic. Goodbye, brother of mine. I hope my family heard all that. I am sure they are listening at the door. Truthfully, I could not care if my brother lives or dies. He was a terrible person, and he deserves what he gets. I just did not want my family to know that. Good thing I learned how to act empathetic and about emotion. I feel it is a useful tool in manipulation. I used all contractions because that is how my family knows I am truly upset. It pained me to use them all, but I feel my acting to be convincing enough. As I leave my brother's room, everyone greets me at the doorway and gives me a hug, and I hug them back. Mission accomplished. I have my brother drop me off back at my house, and I call Emily, and she comes over. So, how's your brother doing? Emily asks me. Oh, he is either going to die or be a brain dead retard the rest of his life. My goodness, Luxor, something so scathing as retard? Yes, he will be unable to function for himself. He will be retarded. Can't you just say specially abled? Fine, specially abled. Thank you. The rules have changed these days. You can't use words like that. People will lash out at you. But I was stating a fact. Yes, dear. However, politically correct culture has caught on, and you're not allowed to say that in certain company. That is preposterous. I did not mean it in a derogatory way. I know, it's just that some people don't know the difference because people equate the retarded with being moronic, which are two totally different things. Especially able people just take longer to learn. Morons are bred of ignorance. If you do not educate yourself, you are more susceptible to being told what to do and to be easily brainwashed. Stupidity is a choice. It is much different. Everyone has potential. It just depends on if you use it or not. Use it or lose it? Essentially, yes. So, did you actually mean anything you said to your brother? I do not know. Perhaps. I do not really see this as a loss. He only ever talked to me when he needed something, and he burned down that something. But he's your brother. Not like my memories of him are fond. What do you mean? He may have protected me at school, but at home it was a different story. He used to talk like a robot to imitate me because the proper way that I talk. That is why I left the first time you imitated me. It reminded me of how my brother made fun of me. I'm sorry, it's not like I knew. I know, but it seems to have worked out for both of us anyway, eh? I wink at her. Maybe we have intercourse tonight. I'm sorry, I can't right now, but as soon as I can, then yes. Okay, I say disappointed. It has been a while since we have, and it's like an itch I cannot scratch. Manual stimulation just is not the same. So they are holding a ceremony where I will be named the official captain of the homicide unit, and I would like for you and Stanley to come. Congratulations! Of course we'll be there. When is it? I told her when and where. We hung out for a while before she went home. This relationship is taking way too long for me to develop. I would like for things to move faster. The next day, I get a phone call from the hospital telling me my brother died in the night. I guess not everyone is invincible. He had a military funeral and was buried with his medals. Me and my siblings were the only ones not crying. Our parents could not understand why. Having Samson as an older brother was not fun in the very least. He tortured all of us as children. I was glad we all got to go our separate ways. Ray was mostly spared, but since I lived with him and father, you know how it works. Care in public, be harsh in private. I'm good riddance now. Entirely on running the department and work on things with Emily. Speaking of Emily, I have not talked to her ceremony. In fact, it has been around half a year. I have been so busy with my new job, I have not been able to spend any time with her. One day I walk into my office and notice Stanley in the chair across from mine at my desk. So, you're in the big chair, huh? Yes, it is quite exhilarating. Our conviction rate is in record numbers, and maybe it'll save the city, Jones. I'd love to celebrate your win with you again, but we have a bigger problem on our hands. What is it, Jones? I need you to take a case for me. I cannot. It is no longer in my job description. When was the last time you talked to Emily? He asks frantically. Last time I talked to you. Shit. Shit. It's been 3 months, Luxor. I haven't heard from her in 3 months. And her apartment is and has been empty. What are you trying to tell me? Emily is missing, as in missing persons. He breaks down and cries. She's all I had left. I will take the case. I love her too, Jones. You and her were going steady? Semi steady. Gotcha. Taking it slow? You have no idea. I guarantee I will find out what happened to our dear Emily, my old friend. I shake his hand. Thank you, Luxor. You really are a great damn detective. I know. I could not help it. I felt as smug as ever. A difficult case with an emotional factor. Interesting. I will conquer this, and I will make Emily my wife after I rescue her from the predicament. I am Luxor Centauri Alpha, the smartest detective of the SFPD. And that concludes The Lost Chapter, only available in the deluxe edition. If you like the story so far, please subscribe.